The Nizhny Bureyskaya hydropower plant is the Amur region's biggest construction project of the 21st century. The Vostochny Cosmodrome, the main oil pipeline, and the region's entire industrial base will all depend on the electrical energy this power plant will produce. However, creating a water reservoir means that animal habitats and valleys with rare vegetation will have to be flooded. A question arose: how could the needs of the regional economy be met while preserving the wildlife and natural surroundings of the Berea River with its unique climate and ecosystems? With financial support from the Global Environment Facility, a joint project was launched by the Russian Ministry of Natural Resources and the United Nations Development Programme to address this challenge. The goal was to find the best solutions to maintain biodiversity through collaboration with government officials, scientists, and hydroelectric engineers. The first step was to identify the most vulnerable species of animals and plants. The next step was to figure out how to mitigate the negative impact the water reservoir might have on each species. After all, feeding territories for many species of hoofed animals like deer, elk, wild boar, and others are to be flooded. There is even the risk that a portion of various animal populations could be lost. It is imperative that we save the animals living in the floodplain. It has taken a lot of research and consultations. The result was the creation of the Bureysky Nature Park as the fundamental step in preserving biodiversity, immediately occupying an area of 132,000 hectares. The park connects two existing wildlife reserves and territories around the future reservoir with a total area of about 15,000 hectares. A full year and a half before flooding, the first feeding stations began to appear in the Bureysky Park, wrapping like a necklace around 73,000 hectare area, a fixed distance from the plant reservoir. Each station includes feeding troughs with hay and grain, salt licks, and scratching posts. Such points of attraction are designed to draw hoofed animals out of the danger zone, deeper into the nature park. The feeding stations are outfitted with video recording systems, which make it possible to evaluate their effectiveness. Scientists are also working to save the oriental white stork, one of the rarest and most beautiful birds in Russia. In the entire country, there are only 4,000 individuals left. The stork's habitat is concentrated in the downstream area of the Nizhny Bureyskaya hydropower plant, and their living conditions are likely to worsen once the plant is launched. Therefore, beyond the flood risk area, specialists have sawed off the crowns of trees, mounting a number of artificial support frames to enable storks to nest. This practice has proved effective in other areas of the Amur region, helping young stork couples to find sites for laying their eggs. As a result, the number of storks is now growing. As one of the endangered species listed in the Russia's Red Book, this astoundingly beautiful mandarin dog is also in need of help. The lowland forests where this unique bird can be found will be flooded as part of the reservoir. Therefore, Amur ornithologists set up over 50 artificial nest boxes along the reservoir shore and in the downstream area of the hydropower plant. They did their best to make the nest boxes look like real nests. This was the first time this method had been used in the wild to support the size of this bird population. The third focus area is aimed at protecting the Amur's endemic plants, which grow in the flood zone. 5 plant species occur only in this particular part of the Amur River basin, in an area of just a few hectares. Due to the unique microclimate of the Berea River, botanists replanted more than 2,050 individual plants in a new location 50 kilometers away, completing the task in just a few hours so that the plants would not dry up. And here, for the first time ever, hydroelectric engineers tested an environmentally friendly technique for cutting rock foundations using diamonds. This way, the rock faun Alevrotopteris kuna will have much better chances of taking root in a new location. Efforts by the Botanic Garden team will increase these chances even more thanks to a special plant growth chamber. There, spores of the rare fern will be used to generate seedlings, which will be planted at suitable size in the Amur region. The transplanted plants have already started to produce seeds and spores, and video recordings from the feeding stations for hoofed animals show that they really have been concentrating in these locations. Also, mandarin ducks have occupied 1 out of every 2 artificial nest boxes that have been built.
Мне кажется, что, учитывая имеющиеся материалы, нам кое-что удалось сделать. Я думаю, что это кое-что может вылиться в серьезный рекомендательный опыт для других объектов в стране.
These best practices are expected to be applied to the construction of other industrial projects. Meanwhile, results of the program implemented at the Nizhnebureyskaya hydropower plant will be evaluated in 2017. But even as we speak, the program has become living proof that economic development should go hand in hand with comprehensive environmental protection for the benefit of today's generation and generations to come.